Und da bin ich auch schon wieder zurück. Und wenn ich gerade auf der Toilette war, ich glaube mir gerade auch so der Gedanke, ich habe gestern angefangen, Silent Witch zu gucken. Jetzt, nachdem ja die ganzen Folgen raus sind, kann ich das ja relativ gut quote-unquote binge-watchen. Zumindest kann ich die Folgen so schön hintereinander gucken, so wie ich gerade lustig bin. Ich hasse es immer so eine Folge zu gucken und dann eine Woche zu warten. Ich warte immer, bis der Anime komplett raus ist, zumindest eine Season komplett raus ist. Und wir haben ja gerade das Bonding-Event von Thor gemacht, beziehungsweise in der letzten Folge, weil bei der Pause, die ich gerade gemacht habe, werde ich den Cut setzen für die Folge. Abgesehen von der extremen Schüchternheit erinnert mich Monika sehr an Thomas. Also Monika vom Silent Witch. Die geben mir eigentlich so ziemlich dieselben Vibes. Abgesehen von der extremen Schüchternheit, die halt Monika hat, die Thomas halt nicht hat. Same Vibes. So komplett. Okay, was nehmen wir mal die hier. Beziehungsweise, ich trinke auch kurz noch einen Schluck, weil mein Mund wird trocken. Jetzt habe ich schon wieder fast 40 Minuten durchgelesen gefühlt. Chooses reason actions have me thinking if my father stepped from the path of righteousness, would I be able to do the same thing Jesus did? Would you? I don't even want to think about it. It couldn't have been easy for him, of course, but it'd take a lot of strength to stand up to your father like that. But I'm sure having our support is helping him make it through. He might not say it, but I think he appreciates us being here. I might be right. Aside from our support helping him, he is so full of himself that he's bound to recover once his ego reinflates itself. And on that note, I have shopping to do. Wouldn't want to show too much compassion, would we, Marcus? It could be... what could he be here to buy, though? What are you here to buy, anyway? Flowers for some special occasion? That's one way to put it. Actually, while you're here, mind having you choose? I think it would make him happier if you did. Together, Irene and Machias made their choice and walked to the north towards the highway. This is our bridge, right? Is there a reason you brought a bouquet, Machias? It's my way of paying my respect. This lake flows towards Carrick, so I guess you will do. That's for the market manager, isn't it? Well, yes, I owe him a lot, after all. It's because of him that we were able to avoid being noticed by the British army during our time in Cardiff. I don't think Class 7 ever would have been reunited if it weren't for his help. It's frustrating, knowing that we'll never be able to pay him back. This is the least I can do for him. Lucky yes. It was the anniversary of my cousin's death the other day too, but I wasn't able to visit her grave. I couldn't without things at the moment, but it's the least I can do for her too. Or was it? What exactly are you planning to do with the bouquet? Guys told me about the new way of paying respects to the dead that I wanted to try. They say that by sending a bouquet down a river, your feelings will reach those that have departed. This is my way of swearing an oath to both of them. That we'll make it through this war, no matter what. And that I work towards turning Erebona into a country where the innocent have no need to suffer anymore. If only. Changing an entire country sounds impossible, but... You know what, Marcus? Part of me feels like we could pull it off. If we can make it through this, there's no limit to what we can do, to what we can change. Really think so? I'm glad you feel the same as I do. Yeet. Sure, your cousin and the market manager are watching over us too. So let's make sure to not disappoint them. I wouldn't dream of it. Watch me, you two. Class 7 by my side, I'll make sure to fulfill this vow I've given. The market stood in respectful silence as they watched the bouquet float into the distance. Once it was completely out of view, they walked back to bar their heart. Sehr schön. Dann, Laura müsste noch hier irgendwo rumgeistern, ne? Hier oben. Nee, Medium. Laura ist draußen. Okay, da hab ich schon vertauscht. Which one do I want? William, now I pictured you as the bookstore type. What are you looking for? I'm not, I just want a good book for making sweet stuff. After all our hard work, I thought it'd be nice to make a treat for everyone. Well, that's really thoughtful of you. I'm sure the others would be thrilled. It's kind of surprising to hear that she thought this up out of the blue, too. Just you wait. You guys are gonna love it. Whatever it is. My promise is I won't eat it all up before you get a chance to try it, okay? It might be too delicious to resist. As thoughtful as she's being, I'm kind of nervous about letting her cook on her own. I would say to letting me be a sous chef on this one. If you want. But I get to order you around and you can't get in my way or you will suffer the consequences. Deal? Ich kann es auch nicht vorlesen, um zu lachen gerade. Ich finde den Dialog gerade einfach schon wieder zu passend und zu lustig. You got it. No idea where that confidence is coming from, but now I can make sure she doesn't blow anything up. Ich glaube, beim Medium musst du dir ein bisschen weniger Sorgen drum machen, als wie beim Mint zum Beispiel. Bei Medium musst du dir irgendwie, wie immer, halt Sorgen machen, dass du vielleicht Ärgerlamm rausholt und Ärgerlamm irgendwas machen lässt, was dann wieder schief geht. Aber beziehungsweise Lami. We should probably start by deciding what we want to make first. After some deliberation, the two settled on making an apple tart. They made a quick supply stop in a store in Barrehut and then headed to the creator's kitchen, rolled up their sleeves, and got to work. Hiya! Come on, Medium. Look, this is how you're supposed to hold it, see? Oh, why are you always cramming my style? Cooking is all about heart, and I've got tons of that. You're going to stab me in the heart if you don't stop brandishing that kitchen knife like a deadly weapon. Oh, my arm's going dead. Can I stop whisking this now? Sure, if you don't want it to rise properly in the oven. Come on, stop whining and concentrate. Ain't no tasting until it's done. Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, dass William zum Sous-Chef degradiert wurde. Fine, fine. Full speed whisking ahead. Now we just need to wait for it to go. Ooh, I'm so excited. Is it ready yet? It's been less than a minute. Sie ist wirklich wie ein kleines Kind. Watching around supporting William proved to be no small task. Thankfully, the apple tart was successfully completed. Yay, we're finally done! And look how nice it looks. It's really magical what can happen when you don't use salt instead of sugar. Why do you have to ruin the moment by bringing that up? Still, thanks for all the help. You're welcome, it was fun. It's kinda, this idea kind of came out of left field though. When I think of you, I think of destruction, not creation. I mean, fair. Ich kann's verstehen. Any particular reason you decided to make something for a change? I don't know, I just feel kind of something. Like, it's hard to describe, but I've got this weird tightness in my chest and it won't go away. I think it first showed up when I saw what happened to Kalik. It got me all restless. I always feel like I've got to do something. Doesn't matter what, as long as I do it. I was hoping the feeling would go away when it called to get rid, but that didn't happen. Coping with her sadness. If anything, chooses having to rest instead only makes things worse. Any idea what I've got, Dr. Reen? I know exactly what I've got, and it's not anything unusual. It's called sadness. Everyone feels it sometimes, but I guess this might be the first time you have. So that's what this is. Neat. I had no idea. Never felt like this before. It's kinda out of character for me though. Personally, I think this might actually be a good thing. It's a sign that you're growing and maturing. As a person, I mean, not as an intelligence agent. I'm growing? Sad things happen. It's a fact of life. But it's by overcoming those things and moving past them that we can grow as people. So don't be ashamed of how you're feeling. There's no reason to hide it if you're sad. You matter too much to do that to yourself. Oh, you really think so? Okay. Still not totally sure how to deal with how I'm feeling right now, but thanks for talking to me about it. The set conversation completed. Arena Milliam put the finished avatar in the fridge to share with the rest of their friends later. Afterwards, they both left the garages and returned to party hard. Nächsten Ring gab. Sehr schön. Da sind wir eigentlich bei fast allen zumindest auf 6, ne? Juices, wir kriegen wir noch auf 6 später. Wir haben noch ein Bonding-Event mit Juices offen. Emma wird noch gefinisht. Laura wird gleich noch gefinisht. Ja. Damit ist zumindest der ganze Female-Cast ist auf Stufe 7 und der ganze Male-Cast ist auf Stufe 6. Ja, man merkt so gar nicht Präferenzen, oder? Und, ja, mich kommentiert das nicht weiter. Laura. Tschüss, Laura, I guess. I wonder why Laura's going out to the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. I've got some time on my hands, so let's go check on her. Laura? Huh. Laura? Alright, why would you jump in there when it's cold out? Ah, I see you've come along too, Ring. No need for concern, it's cold but refreshing. Ich finde es sehr interessant, dass sie von der Höhe gesprungen ist, wenn sie in dem Wasser stehen kann. Ich bezweifle, dass es tief... also wenn sie da drin so easy stehen kann, bezweifle ich, dass es tief genug ist, dass du einfach da reinspringen kannst, ohne dich zu verletzen. She seems like she is okay. Ich würde es aber sehr anzweifeln, dass sie wirklich okay ist, aber gut. I know she is used to winter swimming, but we are the coldest part of the year right now. She want to clear her mind or something? It raises the question of what could be troubling her. Wer hat sie überhaupt vorher die Wassertiefe getestet? By the way. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, we made sure he had the towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit much to try my hand at swimming during this time of year. It really was. Something up. I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this is out of the doing something like this out of blue isn't like you. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Having dried off her hair, Reen left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. Thank you for your consideration, Reen. I've warmed up plenty now. See, it was worth me fussing over you. On that back to the courageous, you could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need, I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for ruining you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried. It's you we are talking about. So, did you bring the students from force or something? Yes, actually. I found it in my luggage after leaving. I used it often during the time Emma and I spent in Lake Rum too. It sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. This Nova, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Aberea did to Celtic is beyond unforgivable. However, one could also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broke out. It's clear that his position in both the four great houses and the Noble Alliance is what drove his actions. You may have a point. It's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. What's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically a noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that if we are able to make it through this, we will be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Green. Laura? I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. I'm curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe, we'll be able to reach the strength of the Landsmaiden herself. Das wird sich noch zeigen. I mean, dass die Landsmaiden noch eingreifen wird, weil sie ja, nachdem alles in Crossbill durch war, nach Elbone gegangen ist logisch, oder? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. The two talked for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. Sehr schön. Dann bleibt zumindest auf der Seite erstmal noch Alfin offen. Und Emma und Juices. Auf der anderen Seite. Die Frage ist, wo chillt Alfin hier? Attack hier vorne. In ihr Sena Strayhard im Outfit. Would it seem they're about to hold mass over at the cathedral? Thinking of sneaking, kind of incognito, but... is something the matter? It's nothing, just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, and try to get some rest, Reen. You must be exhausted. She seems like she's got something on her mind. Don't mind if I joined you, Your Highness? I feel much more at ease if I at least escorted you to the cathedral, just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Reen? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall we be off then? Seeing Barriard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. Been to Barrier before, haven't you? That's right, I have a number of noble acquaintances here even. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted more of them than usual. It looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh. Judging by the people I saw go in, it will probably be a fairly large event. So it seems I plan to attend as well, to my prayers to the market manager, but... oh, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Reen. And so, Reen and Princess Alfin entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon, I'm sure you have all heard by now of the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May our rest be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen to us from here on out? I can't believe they actually arrested Duke Abarea. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why though? See no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Abarea certainly has made a mark of things this time. These people for real? You're supposed to be mourning for the people of Celtic. There's a time and a place for self-pity, and it sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? Heard all about their belligerent attitude to Duke Abarea. Yet he was arrested simply for teaching them a lesson? It's crazy to all know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. Ich meine, ich weiß gleich, was kommt und Alfin, you will be doing the right thing, aber Alter, diese Kommentare könnt ihr euch bitte auch sparen einfach, oder? I can't take much more of this. Yep. Same, Reen. Same. Just who in the world do people think you are? Huh? Who has raised their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, another face? Princess Alfin? Huh. How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? Do you generally believe that it's none of your concern that Celtic deserved its fate? This is how you treat your fellow Erebonians? Don't you realize that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may share the same sentiments as you all had, continue to live my cozy life in Handala. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would just been another event on the long list of things that to eventually get forgotten. But please, I beg of you, please realize that whether they are noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Celtic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Your Highness? Reen? So please ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Celtic for themselves. Just not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means, bring your complaints to me. I swear on the honor household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. After Mrs. Alvin's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Reen escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. Thank you, Reen. I've gotten hold of myself now. And how embarrassing is it to act out like that during a holy mass? I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle the situation much better. Ich glaube, er hätte aber trotzdem auch einfach so eine Rede gehalten. Zwar auf seine eigene Art und Weise, mit seinem gewitzten Charme. Aber er hätte sich das auch nicht auf sich setzen lassen. Er hätte wahrscheinlich seine Lute ausgepackt, hätte erstmal einen Song gespielt, hätte seine Worte auch in dem Song gepackt und dann hätte dann nochmal eine Ansage gemacht, aber ja. Plötzlich would have ended it in his own way, sure. Ja, wie ich es gerade gesagt habe. But that doesn't make your actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. But I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you've made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? Yeah. Sure, when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Reen. You could say this is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we are all here to support you. Thank you. Sehr cute. Arena's corner Princess Alfin to the courageous, he had back the town. Das ist auf jeden Fall so eigentlich so ein Bonding-Event, was man nicht verpassen sollte. Das ist ein sehr schönes Bonding-Event. What a peaceful place. It was during our field studies, of course, but it's nice to see that it's still the case. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. We certainly haven't been kind to choosers. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover, and we need it. It does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not just your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here, not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. I always feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. Reen? Looks like he fell asleep. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Orac's fought. In that case... Lap pillow. Huh? I must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Huh? Hello there, sleepyhead. Oh. Oh. Emma? Why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep on my lap. Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. Couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold hard bench, after all. One of our duties as a village is to support you. Just think of it as another form of support. It's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate it if you let me do this much for you at least. All thanks to both of you and Valimar, that barnyard regained peace. In fact, I believe you managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're not forgetting that I had all of you. Been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. Think that much of us, Reen? Well, yeah, we still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So, sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. Need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. Sehr schön.